run.
Yeah.
When Bird comes in and I make the run,
Yeah.
I've got the ball 3 times and I've missed all 3 chances. That's my bad. But that ball is working. The ball that's not working is the long ball because we've got a tall defense and they're in contact. They're together. They're not going to work. So, but the run to me works.
Yeah.
The one that I make the
They're not tracking you because they're looking.
Because they're not tracking me. They're confused. Because they think I'm the 10. I'm just going to stay there.
Yeah.
I'm making that run behind.
Yeah.
But the ball's on the wings. I think
The ball on the ground, down the wing where there's a diagonal run in between defenders are working perfectly. It's just not over the top, are not working at all because they've got two tall defenders and there's Jaden, which is like half the size of them, and it's not working.
Yeah, but then again, that's why we talk about functional passing. It's not just getting rid of the ball. It all depends on how you take it. The spin, side spin to it, or back spin, however it is. But anyway, I think to some extent the long ball is actually working for us. Owing to the fact that this is a team that is actually pressing very hard, they're committing numbers. They're taking risk in attack, they're committing numbers forward. And the only way we can push them back is by those long balls. Alright? If we could play those long balls, we can actually force some errors. To some extent, it's really working for us, and it's creating a lot of chances for us. Unfortunately, we've not really taken those chances. We come really close with a nice shot, but we got opportunities from the flank where delivery across the face of goal could have been better quality, but it's not there. And secondly, those balls as well, they're all present. We want one control away from those, and that's the fact. One comes to Jaden. Should have been a perfect ball control with the chest, and one will turn back as well. Alright? So now, what we need to do, we need to continue playing those long balls, but just make sure the quality of delivery is key. Alright? Especially with relieving pressure. If you look at the first goal, before that first goal came in, I said something, and I think Chris heard me. I said, if we do this again, we're going to concede like we did last week. And just before I could finish that sentence, it happened. And this is it. It's always difficult position, ball to play. If this Jasper is here and then you have Jaden here, you have opponent here, you have opponent here. If you play this ball to him, there's nothing he can do. There's always 100% chance that it's going to be a turnover. I don't know, where can he go from here? It's nowhere. It's already surrounded, there's pressure around him. Even if he bounces it back to you, you're still going to be under pressure to hit that ball. So this is where we say we play ugly. In a situation like this, Jasper is here with the ball. If you have just a meter from the side line here, all you're looking is just to play that ball into the space here. And this is where Thunberg's cue comes in play. Even if he's not ready to make that run, but at least to relieve pressure, you're going to play that ball here. You're not looking for those diagonal passes now because you don't have time and space to do that. But at least this space here over the top, just drop it here and see what happens next. Alright? Coming to you against you. So it's something we lost possession here as well from Kamara and Alexia. The same thing. And the most dangerous thing about this, once you lose possession here, this thing is already positioned to attack you. Once you lose possession, it goes here, and we're done. Okay? So to avoid putting ourselves into this difficult position, you don't need to play clean here. Even if you're Barcelona, there's always time. This kind of game has time and place for itself. If you're under such immense pressure, just play it here. Let's see what happens. Then we can restart again. Look, it's all about reading the cue. If ball position is on, you know. It all depends on how the team is positioned. If it's not on, it's not on. Don't try to do it. Okay, we've considered goal last week through that same error, and we considered it again today. And it's put on a position where we're looking to fight back now. It's not good for us. Always looking to come back from equalizer and wanting to win again. So going forward, this team, if they're attacking us, they're lining up players here outside of the box. And then because we're defending a little bit too deep, these players here are free, taking those shots. Very dangerous shots, And for us to stop it, we have to tenacity. This is where under defending, as much as you can, because what's happening, you have those players here hitting those shots, and in most cases you're behind them. So if you can just drop, especially around that intense pressure where they're very organized and switching between the attack from right to left or left to right, vice versa. But just try and pick up these loose players and make sure they don't hit those long shots. Okay?
You talking about the goal? You talking about the Arsenal attack?
Talking about who? I'm talking about the opening.
Yeah, the goal.
Yeah, because they're taking those long shots.
But it should
They're
happen.
taking shots.
I win that ball and there should be someone there.
That's what I'm saying. Tennessee will have to now pick up these
Not
players
even that though.
and make sure they don't hit those shots no more.
When everyone sees that ball's in there, everyone should be going. But that's what happened.
Yeah, that's
It's done. It's over. It's done.
With just what you said, from not play this.
No one likes listening.
If I'm here and I make, if Berg doesn't make a run here, if I make it across here, then can they make it?
Yeah. Look, the game is spontaneous.
Yes. But
You're
that's-
moving. You're moving the player of the ball within the queue. That's what it is. And you can be making the same run all over and over. You'll be
But
very
like I said, being on the wing doesn't necessarily mean stay on the wing. Like when I have the ball or when Kale has the ball and he's looking for options, you're on the wing, come in, receive the ball in the midfield because we have 3 midfield on the other side making runs, and then you're out here instead of coming in here and receiving it where there's a clear option of pass, you're still out here. So you got to move in.
Don't let your man get.
Same thing with you, Jaden. You've got to move in, give us options. If there's no options in the middle, there's no options forward, wingers got to tuck in, get the ball, hold it, look for midfielders.
And that's where you need to make that run as well.
And then when you come in, that's when I make that diagonal run behind you.
Come back, just keep going, player. Alright? I know it's a hard game for you, 3 defenders to see. Sometimes it looks like you're the only player out there, but as much as you can, just giving us that depth, stay as high as you can, and occasionally make those diagonal runs. Alright? You're doing alright, we'll come. It will come, alright?
We've got chances, we're always there.
Yeah.
We're not out of this mess.
We really need someone.
Well, I was told, you know, you told me that I'm just staying there long enough to play short.
There's 2 midfielders.
Have you? Just keep going. Alright? You're not ready to say just keep working on getting us final goals. Alright, well, good luck to the rest of the half. Alright, boys, this is our lineup for today. Thunberg at 9, Jaden at 11, let's do 7, and that's coming at number 10, Mitch at 8 and Steve 6, Mitch at 6, Jasper, Josh, Carol, and Jacob. Yeah, the back line, and that's playing as well. Alright. Alright, boys, for those of you that train on Tuesday and also train on Thursday, and the benefit of those that haven't really trained with us, what we really focus on is just developing the long ball. And I think to some extent we were able to achieve our objective because we see that over and over again successfully, especially on Tuesday and also on Thursday. Now, the idea is to use long ball, number 1, to relieve pressure, because we realized that was what led to us conceding the only goal last game. And secondly, the idea of using long balls to actually create good chances, scoring chances. Alright? So objective of today in all position would be the use of long balls to relieve pressure, number 1, but most importantly to create scoring chances. Alright? Now, in finding the striker's feet, it's not just any ball, you just kick it to get rid of the ball. That's not what we're trying to achieve here. We talk about functional passes, and I've explained to you what functional passes is. Your ability to hit that ball, peel around defenders, and your passes is getting to the intended receiver. It could be on the ground, it could be around the defenders, it could be from over the top. Alright, so you have a choice over the top. You have side spin. That's another grand goal. These are just the options you have, alright? And players that I would like to see play those kind of balls today would be Jasper and Kamara. That is from the flanks. And if you're gonna do that, in some cases it could be direct balls like this, but in most cases I'd like to see this. So from Kamara, I'd like to see this, and from Jasper, I'd like to see that. Alright? Functional passes with a little spin to it so that it's not, as soon as you drop, it's not going towards your goalkeeper, it's actually spinning back to Thunberg or whoever is your intended receiver. Okay? So those balls could be over the top, it could be on the ground. Josh, Habib, Mitch, I'll be looking for such passes as well. Alright? If you're under immense pressure, you could play those long balls. As long as it's functional, and between the three of you in the midfield, or the two of you in the midfield, diagonal balls, if you see that the space you have is really compressed, you play diagonal, and those passes could be towards Jalen, it could be towards Alexio. If it's a direct pass, it has to be true pass. If you're going to find those opening anyway. Alright, and the cues will be coming from Tom back, depending on his movement, his body language. So you're going to be able to read those cues. Alright? And goalkeeper as well. If you're under immense pressure, alright, it will as well like you can keep those long balls. And don't forget that goalkeeper is always the first player when it comes to counter attack. Alright? If you can't hit those long balls directly to intended receiver, just look to the side. You could do withdraw it. Alright? Now, what are the cues you guys should be looking for? Those that I mentioned. The 9, 7, or 11 makes those diagonal runs across the face of the opponent back. That is always a cue for you to hit those long balls. Alright? And also, when they are in a set position, ready to go. So if you have 1, 2, 3, 4 back line, and then you have our players in this position or in this position. Yeah? These are set positions. Those are the cue. Alright, boys? Those are the cue for you to hit those long balls. If our players are positioned in this manner, back against the goal, it's not a cue. Probably they're telling you they don't want the ball at their feet. So it's just minor things you have to be aware of. Alright? So I'll talk about functional passes, long ball with intent. So like I said, you're not just getting rid of those balls, playing with intent. And now, most importantly, when you hit those long balls, we should be able to travel with those balls along. So we're not hitting and staying back, so that they win it back and then play it back to us. So you play those balls, you travel with it, you want to get in those positions, and actually play in your own half. And then picking up second balls as well. If it's long ball, there's every chance they're going to head it back. So you should anticipate picking up those long balls and second balls as well. Alright, then most importantly, building up to those long balls. If you're not confident, if it's not convenient for you, it's no point trying to force it and maybe hitting against the wall and then it just keeps bouncing back against you. The drills we had last week, this week, Tuesday and Thursday, we play in such a way that we keep possession. That's actually the build up to long ball. So if it's not on for Jasper, it could be Habib that's in a better position. So use Habib. I'm not saying you should be the only one hitting those long balls. But if only you are comfortable enough, you have time and space to be able to position yourself, get a better angle, get a better view and hit those long balls so it gets to the intended receiver. That's what we want to see. Alright? If it's on, it's on. If it's not on, that's what we say. Communication is everything. Cues. So your ability to get your head up, even if it's just eye contact, that's enough communication between you and the intended receiver. Boys, that's what it is. Alright, player responsibility 7 and 11, provide width, crosses, and scoring. So Alexio and Jaden, they're not just numbers. Alright? They have mobility from you. You should be scoring, you should be providing crosses, you should be providing width. These are some of the responsibility from you today, and also tracking down defensively. The track down, you're already familiar with that aspect of pressure and cover. So 8 and 6, pressure cover. 9, depth, shooting, scoring, pressing on the center back. So that's your turn back today. Alright, more work rate. Alright. So all these objectives today is all pointing towards you. So we want to make sure that you get enough balls, but you should be able to make those runs. Read the cues that you're looking for. Even if they don't give you. You might have ended up taking defenders along with you, creating space for other players, alright? So your ability to play with or without the ball today is key. So you're going to stay as high as possible as well, alright? So goalkeeper, communication, strike presence, communicating with the back line, very key, alright? You already got that. So creativity through passes, and that was attackers. Did I say attackers? Creativity through passes to attackers, of course. And then that's where tenacity comes into play. Alright? You should be counting how many times you're able to hit those dangerous balls to your strikers. That's your role. That creativity. The ability to play with the ball, without the ball. The most important, playing with the ball, you should be able to create as many scoring chances for your strikers. That's your main objective. Alright, receiving from your center backs or whoever, and making sure that you get those balls to your strikers. And when you do that, supporting from behind, hitting those shots from outside the box is key. It's sometimes taking defenders on away, but playing without the ball, times when they expect you to have the ball, this is you making that run. But we're talking about those long balls. This is the halfway line. This is you getting passing, and then you have your center backs around you. The moment you start getting closer here, with your center backs positioned this way, and then you have comebacks here, and then Habib for some reason is here, or maybe Mitch. This is a very good position, attacking wise. There are times you can leave your position here. So while they're expecting this ball to turn back, you're actually the one making that dangerous run into this space. And who knows, the ball could be like this, functional passes it could come to you, or Habib could find you this way, and you run into connect with that pass. So I want you to play with the ball, I want you to play without the ball. So part of it. The more we move, the more dangerous we are, and the harder it is for the opponent to track us. Alright? So for general responsibility this morning, we'll be looking at pressure, cover, and balance. You're all familiar with that, that's the way we play. Alright, compactness in defense has to do if we don't have the ball continuously properly, and we have Habib and Mitch talking and step compact in the midfield, and we have flank players, which is getting and you drop as well to help in defense. Alright? Tactical discipline is everything. Okay. So with all this objective, we have to from the first minute be able to be tactical discipline in the way we apply those tactics. Don't go there, don't get upset over nothing. Just football is a beautiful game, and don't make it look ugly at the end with some bad behavior or attitude. Alright? Speed of play is everything. Receive the ball, look to play quickly. Don't hang on to it unnecessarily.
Let's make sure the first tackle and the first 50-50 we win. That's what's going to put us in front of it. We need to get to our 50. We need to get hard, we need to go early.
As a team, guys. Come on, boys.